The following program is produced by Marshfield Community Television.
Okay, well, today we are going to make a little snack that we actually made years and years ago when our kids were all little. But what was really amazing was when we were coming home from a catering event on Monday and we were talking about, what should we make
What are we
that'd be
gonna make?
easy maybe
Yeah.
for an after-school snack. We both said the same thing at the
Right.
same time.
So it's some after-school snack for the kids, and it's like, what could that be? And we said,
Well, pizza witches.
pizza witches, but that's not the right
Which is
term.
a little bit different. The
Yeah, it's a little different.
pizza witches that we made had its own kind of hamburger ground beef
Right.
concoction and
Yeah.
things. So this is just called an easy English muffin pizza.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we have done is right now we have the oven preheating at 400 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
So while the oven is heating, you can toast your English muffins.
Right.
If you're really in a hurry, you can just use the muffins without toasting them first. But the purpose for toasting is getting them a little bit brown.
Get a little crusty,
Little
so
crusty.
so the pizza sauce doesn't make the bread soft and
Okay.
mushy. So we
So
toast them
We've
first.
got a bunch of them toasted, so I'm just going to toast another one. And I have a sister who has a toaster oven,
Mm-hmm.
and she really got rid of her regular toaster many years ago.
Because you can do more than
And-
2 slices with the toaster oven.
Right, and so you can actually toast them and then use the oven for baking as well.
Do you want me to do 2 of them, or do you want to do your
Nope,
own?
I'm going to do my own.
Okay.
So what's really fun about these pizza,
Want me to start?
easy pizzas, yes,
Okay.
is that you can, have your kids make their own after-school snack. We can do for a birthday party. We actually one time did a birthday party with the kids, and then each of their guests was able to make their own pizza. So you just have a lot of different toppings. Our kids probably would prefer just to have simpler toppings. I'm going to put some pepperoni on mine. And you can do like the regular pepperoni or the turkey pepperoni, which is a little bit healthier.
And I'm going to do some sausage and mushroom. And the fun thing about these little sandwiches is you can put anything you want on them.
Yeah. We
thought
just-
about chopping up some onions, but we decided today to skip the onions and let's keep it simple.
I'm going to grab some olives for mine too. So I'm going to have pepperoni, olives, and mushrooms on mine. I have cheddar cheese shredded and mozzarella cheese shredded. And the same like with the other toppings, you can really use whatever kinds of cheddar or cheeses, as
Right.
well. You could have some of the grated Parmesan if you want to use that.
Right.
This cheese was already pre-shredded from the store. I can remember a time when I never bought pre-shredded cheese. I thought, what a waste.
You thought it was
I know,
far too expensive, but it really isn't. It's about the
and
same
that's
price.
basically all I use now.
Okay, now we're going to put these on,
We are. So what
A
I
piece
have
of
all
foil
set to go is
on a
our
cookie sheet.
cookie sheet lined with foil. So then, if any of your cheese falls off,
Do you want to do a couple?
so we're
more?
just gonna
Or just
bake
do 2?
bake these two first,
now.
and then as we're baking these, we can show the audience as we continue making some more.
Making some more. Okay.
So we've got the oven preheated to 400 degrees. We're going to bake them for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to just put them under the broiler for a couple of minutes just to continue the process of a little bit of browning. I looked up different recipes online because it's been a long time since we had made these, and they had all different kinds of times, 350, 375, 400. If
Right.
you didn't put them under the broiler and you wanted just to use it at 400, then you could bake them for 8 to 10 minutes. So it's really, you can do whatever you want.
Right.
And what we also found was that you can make these ahead and freeze them,
Right.
too.
But make them fresh. Don't bake them.
Right.
Make them like we're doing on
exactly.
the table here, but don't bake them. Just go ahead and put them in a container that you would normally freeze food items in. And if you're going to stack them, like say in a Tupperware box or something, be sure you put a layer of wax paper in between your layers of
Well, then
the
what you can do
sandwiches.
if you're going to freeze them is also freeze them first before you stack them.
Mhm.
And then you can
You can do it that way too.
conserve on more space
Sure.
if you don't have a big deep freeze
Okay,
and you
I'm
need
gonna do-
extra space. So I'm just going to do a black olive and mushroom on this one. Yeah, it's been a long time since
gonna
we've
do,
made these, and like I said, when we had a birthday party for one of our younger kids, they really enjoyed being able to make their own pizzas.
Yeah.
And, so it's kind
And
of
it's a
fun.
great hands, I'm gonna do a double meat. It's a
Okay.
great hands-on thing for young kids. I don't know if you mentioned that already, about like birthday parties or whatever. You can get some kids together, and as you can see, they can just have all kinds of fun making their own
And kids are
favorite
really
toppings.
never too old either,
Right.
to do this. So I'm going to put a little bit of cheddar on this one and some mozzarella.
Yeah, this is gonna be my combination too. I got pepperoni, I got mushrooms, I have black olives, and now I'm gonna throw a double cheese.
And we found that it took a lot longer, even at 400, to get them browned. So that's why we
Right.
decided to put the put the broiler on. Oops.
And you can also
There you
add
go.
spices to these if you want to. You know, many of our other shows we've done over the last couple of years, I always go back to that same old spice it to your taste.
Excuse
So,
me.
you want some
Okay, this
sausage?
one is going to have sausage and pepperoni.
I'm going to make this one a vegetarian.
Right now, Michael, our youngest son, is visiting us for a few days, so pizza was his staple when he used to be at home. So I don't think
yeah.
he even knows that we're making these today,
don't
so
think
he's
so.
going to.
He's going to be
Enjoy.
surprised.
My next one that I'm going to make is actually going to be just a cheese pizza,
There's
which
an
is
idea.
what
I'm going to put this over here.
which is what Michael likes. Yes.
Mhm.
Whoops, I should put some. Again, some of the different recipes that we looked at had very little sauce on them.
Mm-hmm.
You can just coat your English muffin with oil, some olive oil,
Right?
and then add your other ingredients.
And I was
With
just
that.
reading online today that some people even have tried, and it works out very well, is using bagels. And they will take a bagel and just spread on with a brush a little olive oil, and then do your ingredients the same way. And the bagel has just a slightly different flavor than the English muffin. So you can be very creative in this business of making these little pizza sandwiches.
Okay, our
We've got
oven
another minute to
is-
go over there.
By the time we get these all done, then we
What
should
am I going to
be.
do next? I'm going to do another
um,
sausage.
Just speed up that process if you want to go and put that on broil right away. That would be fine.
Okay. Once you finish this one,
Okay.
there's a
Any other
few black-
preference on here? Some black olives?
Throw those black olives on. That'll work. Okay.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that summer is already at an end and that school has
Light
started.
on. You take a
It
look.
seems like such a long time ago that we were getting our kids ready
Okay,
for
they're
the new
melting
year.
nicely in there.
We always took first day pictures of our kids when they were in school. And I found it really amazing yesterday as I was looking at some different Facebook, from my Facebook friends, how many first day pictures were posted on Facebook. And I think it's
Clear.
really fun to see
Broil.
the young kids as they're
Start.
getting ready for school because it's so exciting, and then as the kids get a little bit older, it's maybe not quite as exciting for them.
Raise this up a notch.
But it was always fun shopping for the new school supplies and getting a new outfit
2
for
minutes.
first day of school.
Let's see. Counting how many days before the last day of school. That was one of the most important
I
things
bet
we
when
did
you
on the
were
first
I
day.
bet when you were really little, you really looked forward to the first day of school.
Oh, we
because
did.
Growing
Oh, we
up on
did.
a farm, especially.
Yeah, it was always fun to get away from working in the fields and
Yeah.
doing all the baling hay. It seems like we baled hay and made hay all summer long. So my first day of school, we had this neat piece of a playground equipment at school, and it was called a glider. And it was a great big, like a 2x12 plank. Very dangerous by today's OSHA standards, but kids would get on this thing and you'd rock this thing back and forth. And it's like the kids on the outside that are on the ground, they better get out of the way or they'll get knocked in the head. But it was one of those learning experiences.
So was that wasn't similar to just a teeter-totter?
No, the teeter-totter was more stationary, obviously more stationary. This thing was off the ground and it glided, that's why I call it a glider. It just rocked back and forth like this, and it's like the kids had to get out of the way on either end. Better not have any kids within 10, 12 feet of it, or it would be a real problem.
Check that broiler again to see if we're burning up?
I probably should. Yeah, like I was going to say before, you should not walk away from the broiler.
That's true.
Which I just did, because you can have a real problem of burning.
And with the broiler, it's just
that is perfect.
really just test them
Okay, and now we're going to shut
to
this
your
off,
own liking.
and we're going to go back to bake.
And now we're
Back up. It should be at 400
400, right? Okay.
already. Yep, it's all set. I'll let you put it in.
They're all set to go. Oh, we're gonna put that
You want me to put it down again?
I would.
Because I raised it up one notch. Does it make a difference?
Well, that's the level I tend to like to bake everything at. So
So we're going to do another 5 minutes.
depending on how dark you want the muffins, you want to grab that pan, probably with your
Okay.
hot pads.
Preferably.
Yeah. So again, you can
There you go.
have them. This one got a little
Slightly
bit darker
toasted.
than that one, slightly toasted.
That's why
but
you gave it
it's-
to me, right? Because I like them a little more
I
toasted.
think that was yours. It
Mhm.
was.
It is mine.
Yeah. So that is our quick and easy.
Right. And when
English muffin.
when kids make these, if you have your kids helping you make these, be sure after you take them out of the broiler, let them sit a couple of minutes just to let it cool down a little bit, or it can burn their mouths. Especially that pizza sauce gets very hot.
Right.
So, what
So
else
I
is
hope
there?
that's about it, and I hope that all of our school kids in Marshfield stay safe
Mhm.
and have a good and happy and healthy school year, as well as the teachers too. They all
Absolutely.
need to stay happy and healthy as they
Right.
teach our next generation.
And learn lots. Right?
So from A Slice of Heaven and Cooking with Ruth, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and until next time, happy cooking.
Get the whole
I
clock
get the
wet.
whole clock wet, then they won't know that there's anything.
Yeah. That's good. There, never gonna see
There.
that.
That's all right. Here.
I mean, it's either 280, yeah.
That's better. Okay.
Did you wipe that one? Okay. I forgot.
When they're whispering, it always makes me suspect.
Yes, I know.